On today's episode, we got some amazing guests. A very tall Russian named Radmila Lolly. We got JJ Soria, and we're gonna be sending it off to the new people from Narcos. I don't make any sense, but that's why you watch the show. It's the Zoom. You know what? I kind of like this because the last show was me, Nikki, and Dennis.
So too masculine. It's too much.
Are you? Is that a joke?
Yes, of course. Too many boys.
Too many boys is right. I don't know about too masculine. And I got the girls. I got my nice. Listen, you know, my idea of Mexican women has been completely elevated because of these two women right here.
Stop.
My favorite Mexican and my favorite Mexican American. Okay, you're so funny. But what if, like, what? You know, I don't know. Anyway, no, but you know what we're gonna talk about? Online dating. Is it dead? That brings us to today's big deal. I always say online dating is dead because I'm done with that. But are people still doing it?
I've never done it.
You've never done it? Yeah.
No, I like interaction. I like human interaction, and I feel like everyone online cannot be. It's not them. It's not themselves.
What about your YouTube page? Is that you?
That is me. Well, you've seen my stuff. Like, it's the same thing.
From the IE.
Yeah.
Viv, what's up? Well, you were telling me about a new thing called Hinge. What is that?
Well, here's the thing. Like, I was always the same as you. Like, with online dating, kind of, you know, I prefer human connection, and everybody that knows me knows that about me.
Yeah.
But, you know, I have to say, I have done online dating in the past, and the first time I did it was Tinder, of course. And then, like, people know here, I had a very successful love story out of it.
Really?
So I
From
had
Tinder.
one date from Tinder. He became my boyfriend. We were together for almost a year. So then, I mean, I've had success with online dating apps, but then I never really liked them. And the reason why I got into them on the first place was because I was coming out of a heartbreak back in the day, and then my roommate kind of like made the account for me. And it turned out to be really successful. And now, you know, I didn't do online dating for years. I want to say it's been 4 years or so. And only a couple weeks ago, my single friends, because I am newly single again out there in the world. There you go. They told me, Viv, you have to download this app called Hinge. I'm like, what is that? Is this, because you know, last thing I knew was Bumble and Tinder, and that's it. And so, or Coffee Meets Bagel, which I never used. Any of those.
Coffee
Only
Meets Bagels?
Yeah. That's like another one.
I want to know where they come up with these
Nerds.
names.
Coffee Meets Bagel sounds like nerds.
And I don't know about Hinge, but you know, we were, because I haven't opened my profile yet, but I was taking a look at my girlfriend's profiles in there, and it's pretty interesting because they make like these things called prompts where you know, like the app already comes up with, my most embarrassing situation was, ... and then you write it down.
So like a little resume,
it's
basically.
It's like very interactive. It's like a little resume, but like easy breezy. It's as if like you're kind of already having a conversation with the person, you know, and you can like upload videos and like just, you know, I don't know. I think it's a much better concept than the regular left and right just by looking, because sometimes you look at a picture and it's like, I don't like you.
You know what this sounds
but
like?
Then you really like the answer that the person's giving.
It sounds like we're taking it back to MySpace. It's like you're going to the MySpace page.
I never had MySpace, so I don't know, but...
You're right.
Yeah.
I never had it.
You guys, you're too young and you were in Mexico.
What are you talking about? I had MySpace. MySpace. Wait, was that? Yeah, that's the one where you put your music on your page. Yes, I had MySpace.
Do you have your own music on your page?
No.
You look like such a little indie rocker from the 90s today.
Like Coachella.
And you two, what is that? The Flower of Life?
No, these are just.
I feel like I love the 80s vibe. I feel like it's an 80s vibe that's going on
she's
right
more.
now.
Well, she's more like 1992 right now. You're like 1994ish, 5ish. You're 10,000 Maniacs. Have you
No,
heard
like
of them?
more Coachella, no?
I think
the 10,000 Maniacs is indie. If you watch it today, I mean, hear them today, you're gonna love it.
Okay.
Or not because of
So what about online dating with
Have you
like,
done it? I want to know about
Are you
it.
gonna go back to it?
No.
No?
You're never gonna go back to it.
No, to me, online dating has only led to like hookups. It's not real relationships.
So that's what you were doing.
Well, yes.
That was your intention when you went in there.
And the thing is,
There's certain apps for that.
but you know what? I would find, like I forgot what app I did. I actually went to the app that nobody was using because I didn't want to run into people I know. So that's why I went to, you know. But maybe that's why I didn't.
That's always like a little awkward.
I know. What? Yeah. So so I did date some women, but they were like the ones that seemed like had to have cool profiles, and I interacted with them a little bit, and they seemed like cool. They always just ended up ghosting. And then the ones that kind of answered and wanted a date, I'm like, all right, here we go, let's go on a date. Like they were crazy.
Or they didn't look like the picture, typical. No?
That's the
10,000
catfish. Everybody knows about their angles.
Right.
They add all these filters. Y cuando lo
totally.
ves, you go, oh my God, ¿quién fue?
Totally. I'm like, look, this is the person that you picked from the picture. You looked at. No, but it's also crazy. Like, like more often than not, they were one. I think I told you was certifiably insane.
How? I mean, tell me. I don't know about this chisme.
Dude, okay, you know, look, I was definitely in the in-between relationships. I just kind of want to hook up mode. So I saw this girl. We kind of hooked up, you know, and it was by my house. We went back to my house or whatever, and she would just like leave something there. And I did, and I wanted to have one more date to be like, look, you know, I just want to be friends, you know.
And to give you your stuff back.
Yeah, but then she would leave something else. There was always it was like, okay, and then it just got started. Her text just didn't make any sense.
Next thing you know, it's like she's leaving her dog in his house.
Yeah. No, and she was also like, she
Here's
was
my
like
mom.
on disability. And she had a
later.
little weird story. She said she was kidnapped, or you know, that the FBI had to rescue her. Yeah, and the thing is, it might have been true. She was. I'm telling you.
Yes, but I mean, I don't think we can categorize everyone on online dating apps because of those experiences. I mean, I feel that also, like, we live in a world where, yes, this beautiful idea of, you know, going to a bar or going somewhere, or you fall and you know, the love of your life picks up your stuff. Yeah, okay, that's movie stuff. I mean, it can happen, and I have beautiful love stories that have happened that way, but people sometimes need to know who's available, especially with like crazy schedules and stuff.
But I will say this: I do feel that people have gotten so tired of the dating website, you know, catfishing circle that I think people are. You can go to a bar now and start a conversation. It's not as like, you know, whereas like 3 or 4 years ago, it's like, okay, give me your social media. Give me your social media. You know, it's like I'm right here. But now it's going back to like, oh, this person's starting a conversation. So
yeah, you know, I'm starting to. You know, now that I'm out there getting to know more people, because I am, I don't go on their social media anymore. Like, I don't even ask.
I know.
Because I don't want to even stalk them. Because I don't want to create myself, like, I don't want to create an idea in my head about them. It's like, I just want to let them show themselves to me, and then I'll
Wait,
decide.
no, but we have one more minute. Like, so, do you remember when I showed you like the 3 women that I like, and like, there's like a couple actresses and one's a host? The one that you said, no, that's not the one that you like the least, I went and saw her. I went to Phoenix. And,
of course.
You were telling me about this.
She, you know, she checks out everything I do on Instagram, but I make a point not to look at her stories. No, because we also had a little falling out, and she thought I was crazy, and I think she's crazy too. But I am in love.
I wonder if they're crazy, or it's actually you're pretty crazy.
I'm crazy.
I think it's a little bit of everything.
But all the women in the media are also crazy. Look, are you girls like sane? No.
I mean,
all right,
excuse me, I'm super sane of people.
We're gonna take a break. After we come back from the break, we're gonna toss it to Narcos, and then later on in the show we have Radmila Lolly and JJ Soria. All right, stick it right here.
On the Zoom.
Back on the zoo. Ladies, did you watch Narcos?
Yes and no.
Yes and no.
I know. I've only seen some of the episodes, and I actually auditioned for Narcos recently.
Good for you.
Me too. I have auditioned for them before.
Yes, so it's cool.
My friend Alejandro Eda is part of it now. He's El Chapo.
Right. Nice.
Wow.
So that's what, you know, that's why I've seen it here and there. And kudos to him. He's so talented, and it's amazing.
Do you know Jesse Garcia?
What?
Jesse Garcia?
Yeah.
He's on it. He's actually going to be on Check It Out.
Yeah.
Nice. And then coming up in just a couple minutes, Maria went to go talk to the cast. Blah. And what's cool, you know, it takes place in Mexico. I haven't actually seen the Mexico episodes yet. I love the Colombian.
Alejandro was actually shooting it in Mexico.
Okay, yeah. I like the Colombian episodes. A lot of people have this thing of like, oh, you know, negative images with Latinos. And look, man, okay. Now, you're right. We don't all have to be drug dealers. We don't all have to be violent criminals. But the thing about Narcos is that it does show them like as sophisticated, powerful, villains, criminals, fine, okay, but still sophisticated, powerful, smart, clever, and it's such a moody, cinematic shot show that I think Latinos should be very proud of the show. And the fact that so many non-Latinos watch a show that is at least 50 to a majority % Spanish, and they got to be reading the subtitles. That's a big accomplishment. So I think that we should embrace it, you know?
Yeah, because I feel that this whole narco thing, not Narcos the series, but it became a fad where like now every series in Colombia, in Mexico, in like all these Latin countries are about that. Like there's so many of them. It's like, guys, okay, we can make stuff that's not only about drug dealing, but Narcos itself, it's very, very well done.
They're the standard setter. And look, this is what happened.
There's a couple others that are really good, like Pablo Escobar, you know, there's other ones.
Well, here's the other thing too, you know, about embracing, you know, some of our community's sordid past or whatever. Italians really, you know, back in the early
mafia.
Yeah, back in the early 20th century, Italians were
New York.
they were the ethnic, they were the browner people. Mexico when they showed up, and it was, you know, people of British and German and Irish and Danish descent, and then you had these Eastern Europeans, including Italians, showing up, and they were the other, right? And obviously, when they're coming up in the world, they had to, a lot of them resorted to criminal activities. But the legends and the stories and the over-the-topness of mafia culture became a big cultural thing, and it actually made Italian Americans and Italian culture become more part of the American mainstream. So as much as there's a lot of negativity involved in the Narcos story, the fact that it's non-Latinos are like, whoa, this is really interesting. They, along the way, learn about our culture, you know, because it's not all bad, right? They still show the family and the language and the food and all that stuff. So yeah, so I think this is a maneuver for us to get more in, to be part of the American landscape. ¿Me entiende?
Sí, te entiendo total. Chaca, chaca,
Mira, vamos a hablar en español. Habla en español, Gaby, porque ella habla en español perfecto.
No, claro, ella nació en México. Yo como soy Mexican American,
Sí,
like,
¿de dónde?
rubbing it in my face.
Del IE.
No, fool.
Where are you from?
I'm from, well, I'm not going to say specific. Long Beach.
Oh, but what do you know?
Bueno,
vámonos ya a ver Narcos.
Okay, go, Maria, take it to Narcos.
Ya venimos.
Ya no la van a rifar los colombianos. Ahora me toca a mí.
I love how the premiere of Narcos second season is right before Valentine.
We're sort of hedging our bets. We're thinking, you know, you could maybe negotiate with your loved one to like, hey, tonight we'll watch this and tomorrow we'll go here. But I'm also slightly surprised by how much women like our show. And that's nice. I like that. So I think actually it's the perfect Valentine's Day date for anyone is to watch as much Narcos as you can.
Exactly.
Los americanos van a tratar de pararnos, pero van a fracasar.
This second season of Narcos Mexico is getting darker and darker. You guys come in and you're like ruthless. Tell me about that.
The show starts off hard and fast.
Yeah.
Right? We go down there meaning business. Everyone has a personal agenda, but we all have kind of like a cohesive, bigger goal to figure out who killed Kiki.
Walt's sort of Operation Leander to sit down there is really based on the revenge of Kiki Camarina's death. And, you know, obviously, I feel like Walt has a lot of personal issues and professional issues. But I mean, he is a vendetta for Felix. I mean, it's personal. It's not just a job.
I'm not going to ask you this twice. Give me a name.
Diego, you're playing one of the probably scariest men in Mexico's history, and you being from Mexico, you grew up seeing him on the news. How did it feel challenging at some points being in his skin?
Oh, every day, yeah, of course. But you know what? He was a very discreet man. You know, he understood the power on being discreet. You know how much that could help him. You know, he's not the cliche of this character that wants to be seen, that dresses like flamboyantly, and not at all. He was very like quiet and always in the shadows, and he saw this more as a business. You know, he was running where I don't know. There was room for me to bring whatever I thought he was. You know.
How do we get him? You want to dismantle an empire? Divide it.
This thing that he doesn't even care about. I'm talking from the perspective of Felix, but he doesn't even care how vulnerable he becomes after what happened. But yeah, the mistakes of season 1 now are gonna haunt Felix and till the moment where he realizes how difficult it's gonna be to get out of this one. No?
¿Qué tanto sabe de la civilización romana? Lo que hicieron, pues, unieron a los bárbaros, ¿verdad?
Así que tú eres Julio César, para que sepas cómo acabó.
Stay right here on the zoo, because when we come back, it's Radmila Lolly.
Beautiful artist Radmila Lolly. Welcome to the zoo.
You're also a designer. Let's see what you're wearing.
Okay.
Let's make sure we don't step on this.
Vueltecita.
Whoa!
We have a cake.
Did you design this?
Yes, I have.
Wow.
Okay, you know what? I've never done this before. but I'm gonna give you my chair.
Are you sure?
Yes, so you
Are
get
you
to
sure?
sit.
Don't
yes.
even question it. I say you just take it.
Yes.
I'm in.
Radmila Lolly. Now, is that a Russian name?
Radmila is actually not a Russian name. My mom named me after her girlfriend. It's actually Yugoslavian, I think.
Okay.
But I am Russian.
What part of Russia are you from?
My family is from Siberia, but I'm more like Moscow area.
Okay.
Yeah.
And okay, so here's the thing about, because I have Russian friends. So I told her do svidaniya, which means goodbye. I thought it would mean thank you. Spasiba is thank you.
Spasiba, thank you.
Now, niet is no, and da is yes.
Yes.
Why is it that I hear Russians say niet way more often than they ever say da?
Because it's,
Niet,
that's what they don't like to say yes to anything.
I know. Niet da. Niet da. Like if it's da, it's like reluctant.
Exactly.
Have you heard her music?
Oh, it's amazing. I'm just like so impressed because we were just talking about how, you know, you don't want to be boxed into like, what are you, a singer, a designer, or a songwriter, or tell us about this fusion of art that you've made, because I feel that you're one of those people, like, you walk your art, which is beautiful.
Thank you.
Like, you're doing something with your music, but then you're also wearing it. So it's just like, how is that even possible?
Thank you.
So.
But I feel like music and art, it's just art to me, because when I compose music or when I sing music, it's all about the textures, the colors, the composition. The same thing when it comes to sketching a piece, or when I draw, to me it's the same thing. And when I hear music, I see the colors of a gown, or when I draw a gown or pieces, I hear the music. So it's, to me, it's just one thing.
It's
No,
like
yeah.
Waskies.
But I mean, even more than the music, what I notice is your voice. You are.
Sorry. We have a mic problem.
Okay.
Mine?
Yeah, just try to move your hair out.
Okay.
Ah, there we go. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Awesome.
Where can we pick it up from?
Let's pick it up in camera 3.
Okay.
Over there.
Right.
Okay. 5.
Okay, I'll pick it up a little
4,
closer.
3, 2.
So, I mean, I think even more than noticing your music, which is amazing, your voice. You are, you know, a singer. Did you sing in the opera? How are you classically trained?
I'm classically trained.
Okay.
I'm classically trained, but I was just never. I respect opera and I love it. It was just wasn't my path. So I felt like I wanted to tell my story through my music and my compositions. Like I said, I respect classical composers, but that's not my story. I want to tell stories through my music.
Now, you make a point to show your range in your songs. Like, you know, it's like, hey, look, some of you people are like singing rock and roll and you're not good singers. You're just like screaming. Let me show you how to sing.
I didn't say that. You did.
I know, I said it. But when you go to that range, I think that a lot of people are like, oh, okay, this is a different kind of, this is a virtuoso singer. This is...
Well, I mean, I can get those C's in, yeah. I mean, yes, I do sing in different range, but I do have a comfortable range too, because I believe we're all born with a certain mathematics in our throat that we can, everybody's different.
I have a bad voice,
So
though.
you can basically teach all of us right now how to sing.
No, actually, a lot of people can be trained, yes. People don't realize, but it's a lot, I mean, it's discipline like anything, but if you do a lot of ear training and a lot of people, not everybody will have the same tone, obviously, it's a different color of voice, but yeah, a lot of people
Are you a singer?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like you would have to tell me if I'm singing. I love singing, but I've never really been professionally trained. I kind of just go by ear. Somebody will tell me something and I'm like, okay, I can hit that note.
But sometimes that's the best too, you know what I mean? When you know too many rules, people get scared to break them, and I think it's important to know the rules. I'm not saying you should not know the rules, but sometimes it depends how you are. Everybody's different. Some people sing from their soul. You don't have to go to classical school, in my opinion, to be a good singer. You know, everybody's different.
Yeah, at the end, art, it's about flowing.
Yeah.
You know, and letting it
And so,
come through you in a way. And you're also a writer, right?
Yeah.
You're writing like a novel, or there's something there?
Yes,
Tell us about
it's
that.
about 500 pages as we speak. It's getting edited. So the future of this, again, I'm not going to say now, oh, I'm going to write books. This is something I wanted to write the story for a long time. It's been in the works for 6 years now. So what I do is I compose the whole album is based on the story of the book, and it's going to be audio book. So when you be able to hear the book, and then you will hear the soundtracks.
Are you going to read the book in the audiobook?
What I'm doing is I'm hiring voiceovers, so each character going to have its own voice. And I am going to be the main character because she has a Russian roots, so I will have to, you know. But so yes, one of the voiceovers, that's going to be me, but everybody else. No.
Where did this inspiration come from? Where was this idea?
You know, I just, the way I imagine, my life is the way things come in my life is that I just see them and I can't explain what they are. It's just in front of my, so I had this story in my head, like this woman was living through me. It was just kind of, not through me, but this character. So I would start writing it and it's just coming together, and the music based on the story was coming together. Again.
So it's a novel?
Yeah, it's a novel. It's based in 1928 through 1970s. It's a very serious, it's kind of sad, but it has a lot of happy moments, but it is sad. Very Russian. You know?
Very Russian. The Russian soul is a very sad soul.
Yes.
Russians have been through a lot of history.
But it's definitely, I don't like to talk about myself, good or bad. I like to have people, and the reaction what I've got from people are very strong, so I'm very happy about it, and I can't wait to share it. I already have a couple of interests from different publishing, and also from, it could be a movie after the book. But we will talk about it in about a year.
And this is this is a very special, like, again, I think of you and I see fusion. It's like a fusion of things, you know, it's a fusion of different things, and even your novel that you're talking about is going to be audible, but then having the soundtracks there, so there's going to be music, it's going to be not interactive, but it's going to be a lot going on.
Yes.
As opposed to like a regular audiobook.
Yes.
And that's also part of your touch on things. That's
beautiful. Yes, I like to add my own touches to it. And that's just how I am. And, you know, I always, before I was very scared to not play by the rules or whatever, and now I just, you know, art is a beauty. It's endless. So whatever you can express yourself in any ways, everybody should do it. I believe everyone has an amazing talent that maybe they don't know about, and they should in sync with themselves. I really believe in that.
So was this like part of like, sorry, it's because I'm so
no.
so your mom was a painter?
Yes.
And then your grandma was like a seamstress. So do you got like, did you get all of this from them?
Unfortunately, my grandmother passed away when I was really young, so I didn't really get a chance to, but we did have a sewing machine. My mama showed me how to sew and everything. So, I mean, I don't sew my gowns now for my shows, but I have obviously people that, but I do know how to make it. And when something doesn't go right, I know exactly how to do it.
That's awesome. Well, you know what? We're going to go to a commercial break, but we're going to be right back, all right? So stick around because we have more with Radmila. Did I say it right?
Lolly.
Okay, perfect.
Radmila Lolly.
To the zoo. And we are back with Radmila
Lolly.
Awesome. I was watching the video where you're kind of like disappearing and then showing up and walking through different cityscapes, and I'm sorry, I forgot the name of the...
Vampire?
Yes. Tell me about that song. How did it come about?
It inspired me 12 years ago, and I wanted to write this story about... The way I write, the Wonderland album is based on trilogies, so each song has a... So you have to listen to 3 songs to understand the full story. And it's 3 songs, Vampire 1, Vampire 2, Vampire 3, but it has different names to it. And so it's starting from the first one, Vampiro 1, I think you're referring to, where she is coldless, heartless vampire, where she needs to find the victim and then just kind of kill him with her voice.
I'm so down to die tonight in case you want to, you know...
Sing a song to me.
Many broken hearts.
Oh, nice, nice.
The second song on that trilogy is basically she is met somebody, but she kind of falls for them, but her nature takes over and she just can't help it. She's a vampire. Okay. And the third song, she decides why live life if you can't love. And she gives up her life for this man.
Wow.
So that's kind of the...
But when you mean give up her life...
She has to die because she's a vampire.
So she has to die. So everybody...
It's Russian again.
Someone has to die. Either she victimizes someone else or she dies. Can there be one song where everybody lives? Ruskies, man, Ruskies. And it's always got to be 3 because Ruskies, they have your, like, Trotsky, and they're all 1,000-page books. Like, you can't just have a little simple book. No, it has to be 3 parts.
Yes, it's true. We have that in us.
Da. Okay, and let's guess her sign. What do you think she is?
Scorpio like me.
All right.
Sagittarius.
I'm gonna say I'm going with either Scorpio or Sagittarius.
So what do I have to answer? Because I'm neither of them.
You're a Capricorn, aren't you?
No.
You're a Libra.
Pisces.
You're a Leo. You're a Leo.
You're not an Aries like me. You're an Aries like me.
Pisces. Are there more?
No, I hate telling people. I hate telling people that they're a Cancer.
Well,
No, I'm not.
Gemini.
No.
Virgo.
Tauro. Taurus.
Of course. course. How can we
I honestly know nothing of this, so I was like, me too.
I don't know if your voice is warmed up. You can't. Would you mind just showing us a little bit of that footnote?
Guys, you didn't tell me about it.
Can you teach us? Can you teach us?
How do
like,
we do it?
How can I warm up my voice?
Oh, wow.
Okay. Is that coming from the stomach? Like where?
Right now, it's just coming from my throat, but that's not the right way to sing.
Oh, no. Okay.
And okay, so let's say if you are gonna sing, is there a warm-up practice that you have to do? And what is that like?
I would say scales, and then it depends what songs I sing. So I do lip trills to those songs, and I do raspberries. Have you heard of raspberries?
No, what's that?
It's like things like that. Yeah. And then we have.
I feel like I just spit all over myself.
So I do things like this. Depends on the melody. Obviously, I just put on and then the scales. If I have a piano, if I don't, then. It's different.
So you play the piano and other instruments?
Yeah, I do.
Like what? Oh my God, you're
just
everything.
For composition purposes. No. But I don't want to say like I am like me. I can go on stage right now and play them. No, but for composition purposes, I understand a lot of instruments, how they work. So when I compose. My musician's not going to look at the score and be like, how will I play this? You know, so that's for that purposes, I understand a lot of instruments.
You know, before
that's amazing.
Because for us, it's not so much about vocal range, but enunciation. So, you know, one of the exercises that I got taught to pronounce your words correctly is to say, before you go out, go home and get your watermelon.
Oh, to get your watermelon.
Mine was red leather, yellow leather.
Oh, okay.
It was like just tongue twisters in general, like red leather, yellow leather.
Yeah, no, you
Oh, wow. That's in Spanish.
Used to, a long time ago. I have a funny story about it, but I don't want to talk about it. Okay, I'll give you a short one. So my ex-boyfriend, he was from Brazil, and he told me he speaks Spanish. And I was like, well, if I'm going to learn surprise in Portuguese and Spanish, I'm going to learn Spanish because I feel like it would be useful more. So 6 months later, I learned Spanish, about 2,000 words, and I started speaking to him in Spanish. He's like, oh my God, I was trying to impress you. I only speak Portuguese.
Oh, no.
It was such a waste.
Yeah,
so you learned Portuguese?
I learned Spanish, and he only could speak Portuguese. He's from Brazil. Oh. He lied to me that he wanted to impress me, said, I speak Italian, Spanish, and
because Russians always speak like 5 languages.
Well, yeah, and then I was so mad at him. I was like, oh my God, so waste of time. And I broke up with him, but anyway.
Okay, here's the thing. Was he tall?
Actually, he was my height.
How tall are you? Because
I'm 6. Okay. I'm 6, but I like to wear heels, and he was a soccer player. So, but anyway, why would I say that? Because my boyfriend would not like me to talk about him now.
So I have a question about the clothes and stuff. Just one more. Like, if I would ever have an event and would love to wear something made by you, is there a way? Like, do you like sell it, or do you? Where can we find it? Have you ever thought about like teaching people like skills on sewing and stuff, or?
Yeah, actually I'm in talks with few places where I can do like a not showcases. What is it called? Not boot camps, but you know,
like
those weekend workshops. Exactly. Thank you.
Gotcha, girl.
And the same thing with the voices, like some schools. I'm actually based in Miami now, but I'm in
LA nice. I'm from Miami.
Do you have like an online boutique? Or?
Yes, I do have an online boutique. Okay. And then also I have a lot of private clients when they want the one-of-a-kind pieces because I don't want their neighbor have same one. But my goal is I am working on inventory right now. I'm going to be opening a store in Miami.
Nice. Where?
Don't know yet, but probably somewhere Brickell, but I can't name where it is.
No, there's a lot of Russians in Miami now.
But they are in different areas.
Yeah, I'm in Turner and all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm in Brickell.
And where can we find you?
Oh, I'm sure.
On Instagram and all
Radmila Lolly, yes. And a lot of times people reach out to me on Instagram to buy pieces, and
we can do that.
Of course.
Okay, cool.
Why do you love capes? Because I see capes in the music videos. I see you wearing a cape today.
This is who I am.
Are you a superhero or a supervillain?
Maybe.
Can you show us what you showed me about like changing it?
Oh yeah. Let me show you.
Because
what
guys,
you
take
can do
a look at this beautiful piece. So there's the cape.
What I like about this, you take the belt off, and then you put it right here. And then, da-da-da, maybe.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
It becomes a little bit different. So not as still out there, but
you're the most practical Russian Amazon I've ever met in my life. Like, you're very, like, you know, kind of like out of this world, but you're also very practical. You're like, look, you do this, and it's perfect. That's it. You know, it's like, wow, okay.
And I like to mix things with like, for example, this belt, I bought on Amazon for $20, you know? So, I mean, those shoes are Gucci, but anyways.
You know who you remind me of? And not to get political, but you know who you remind me of, right? Who do you think?
I have no idea.
Who's the most famous Eastern European beauty in the world right now?
I don't know.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I don't want to say anything.
I know, because you might get in trouble, but don't worry about it. I think it's cool. I think she's beautiful. Sorry, I think Melania Trump is beautiful.
I think she is beautiful.
Yeah, she's beautiful. Yeah, I mean, they have like the same.
I know, but you know
they're
people
cut
do
with the same scissors, we say in
All right,
Spanish.
we gotta go, but please check out Radmila
Lolly.
on the internet. You'll find out all her music and all her beautiful fashions. And when you do the book and then the movie, I want you to come back and talk to us. And you're gonna be the one guest that I let to have my chair. Okay?
All right. Thank you.
Radmila.
Now we're gonna take a break, but when we come back, we're gonna be hanging out with JJ Soria. So keep it locked.
Hey guys, we are back here on the zoo with JJ Soria, right? I got it right.
From what show?
From Gentefied. All right, I got it. I got your name
Wait,
down.
how
That's all
nervous
I
are you doing the introduction? Do you see how much pressure we put on her? God.
Well, I love it because they just throw it at me. They don't tell me it's gonna happen. They're just like, hey, you're here, you're gonna do it now. I was like, okay, all right, here we go.
But
It's
fight or flight, and she fights.
I did it. All right, let's talk about your show, Gentefied.
Yes.
What is it all about? I mean, there's a lot of, everyone is like hyped about it. I have an uncle that works for Netflix and he's been showing me things and he's like, you have to watch the show when it comes out. I'm like, of course I'm gonna watch it.
I thought it was Gentified, like gentrified.
You can say it either way.
Like that, but it's Gentefied.
I like Gentefied better.
Yeah, it's a nice play on words.
Okay,
like
cool.
Gentrification with Gentefied. Gentrified, Gentefied. The story is about 3 cousins helping out their grandfather to keep his taco shop afloat that's being in danger of being gentrified in the community. So
And it's happening all over LA?
it's all over
Well,
LA,
but it's happening
all
in
over the country.
But it's happening in the neighborhood. You guys take place in Boyle Heights.
Yeah, Boyle
See,
Heights.
that's actually the epicenter right now for gentrification in Los Angeles.
Yes.
Actually, where I was born too. I was born in Boyle Heights at White Memorial Hospital, and I lived in Northeast LA, and I'm from an area in Northeast LA called El Sereno.
But you never, did you live in Boyle Heights too growing up?
No, just when I was born at the hospital.
Do you know Felipe Esparza, who's also on the show?
Of course, yeah.
Because he's Boyle Heights for real.
Yeah, he's a Boyle Heights
You
boy.
didn't have to get involved with Homeboy Industries, did you?
No, I didn't.
Because he did.
And I'm in the homeboy industry too.
Wait, hold on. You had to what? You got out of jail and you need a tattoo removed
No,
or
I do
something?
like volunteer work there, okay?
Okay. Well, when you were volunteering at Homeboy Industries, I can imagine the homeboys were after you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
And
talk
some of the
about
homegirls and some of the homegirls
that.
too.
Segment, but yeah.
All right, let's get back to head. So give us more about the Boyle Heights, like what's happening, in the show. Like what's the gentrification things that you guys have to battle on the show?
Well, primarily dealing with saving the taco shop, which is, it deals with the culture and how people in our storyline. You have a character that is the owner of the property, who's also Hispanic, and it's also like pushing your own people out, but so for a better living for yourself, right? I mean, he's taking the owner of the property has an opportunity to make some more money because the price is going up on the land, and it's like, well, here's some hardworking Hispanics or Latinx people that have worked so hard to have this business for so long, and now just because things are changing, they're getting pushed out. They worked so hard to get them, now they're getting pushed out.
But I like the fact that the show also makes the gray area of the fact that there are some locals that benefit, because there are some locals that maybe own some property. So they.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, let's say the character that Wilmer plays in the story, am I even allowed to say that? I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. But anyways, I said it.
The show comes out in 2 weeks, so I think
the trailer came out and he was in it.
So he owns the property, and he has an opportunity to make a money move, and I relate to that in the sense where I just bought some property, and I'm thinking about, man, what if I were to have property like that in a place like Boyle Heights, and I'm in that situation? All I'm trying to do is make the best for myself. So I like that gray area. That's where it brings up discussion, and I think this show will bring up a lot of discussions that need to be had. So.
I got a couple. I'm just going to dominate the interview for a little bit because I have a lot of friends on the show. Francisco Ramos, my boy Francisco Ramos. Who does he play?
He plays one of the chefs.
How is he on the show?
He's good.
How is he when the cameras aren't rolling? He's still on, right?
Is he still on?
Francisco
Ramos? He works more with Carlos, so I wouldn't know.
With Carlos, another friend of mine. Me and Carlos had the same birthday. So Carlos, so Carlos Santos is also on the show.
We're cousins on the show.
Okay, so it's you, Carlos, and who else?
And Carrie Martin.
And Carrie Martin. And Felipe Esparza plays what?
He plays a good buddy of mine.
Dude, this is a great cast. I mean, not just because those 3 guys are homies of mine, but it's so awesome. I want to see them really kind of get a chance to get more exposure.
We got a lot of stars on the show, man. I mean, I could say that it's myself excluded. I'd say we have a lot of stars on the show, and myself included. I'm not even. I'm not shy. I'm not shy. I'm not shy.
Hey, you're the clean cut guy, which I like. Because I'm sure usually you get cast as like
Yeah. Well, this is a bit different for me, where I play someone like just a homeboy from around the way that is misunderstood and self-educated because he's dropped out of school. But he's dropped out of school for the sake of helping his family, helping his grandfather keep the business afloat. So, which is tied back to our culture as Latinx people. We're very much about familia, you know, and I give up on any ideas of having my own dreams to take care of my family.
Is there some like juicy story when it comes to love?
We have a typical Latino Latinx love story in the sense where my character has a baby mama.
With Lydia?
Yes, with Lydia, with a baby mama, but we're not in a relationship. We're actually so I'm trying to get her back, but because she has other endeavors and things, it gets complicated.
Okay, cool. So there's like the love, like there's the drama involved there too. And
it's a dramedy for sure.
It's a dramedy, okay. I like
Is there like the LGBT community, like is there something going on there too?
Yes,
I saw something in the trailer.
My cousin Carrie, or excuse me, Anna, played by Carrie Martin, her character is queer, and there's that incorporated into the story as well, which is also just like real life, because I have a cousin who's lesbian or queer, however you want to identify with. So that it's like even the character that Carlos plays, Chris, I could relate that to one of my cousins. So it's very much resonates with my personal life, and I think a lot of Latinx people will be able to.
I was just gonna ask you, like, how does JJ relate to Eric? In
the realms of caring about my family, very much. In the realms of relationship, not at all.
Not at all?
No.
Okay.
Interesting.
And that takes us to online dating. Okay,
that's the next block. Has Carlos Santos showed up in his famous jean jacket yet to the set? Have you ever seen him in a jean jacket?
I've seen him in a jean jacket.
Okay. Make fun of him on my behalf when you see him,
I will
because
have to do that.
it doesn't fit right. I always tell him, dude, but he says this. You know,
I think it's pretty styling though.
Maybe I'm the one without style. Maybe I'm the one that just doesn't understand jean jackets. Do you have a jean jacket?
No, but maybe I need to get one.
Do you really think you need to get one?
No, look at his style.
Do you really? I like this right here.
Yeah, this is really
Forget
cool.
about the jean jacket. That's a Carlos Santos thing.
Yeah.
And Felipe Esparza is vegan. I love all the people that
he is.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's true.
What's funny is that, and he doesn't mind that I say this, but you'd expect him to lose a little bit more weight being vegan, but no, he just eats a lot of broccoli.
You have to learn how to control those carbs.
Yeah.
Broccoli makes you
It's that he eats a lot of, he smokes a lot of green stuff and then he eats a lot of green stuff. All right, we gotta go take a break. Bro, dude, we got you for another block, so just sit right there, all right? You're nice and you're looking good. We're gonna be right back with JJ Soria. How do you say it?
You said it right.
Okay, there you go.
We'll be back.
We'll be back. I've only seen the trailer, but we all have really high expectations for the show. A lot of people, like, you know, Gabby said, have been giving good reactions. The jokes are good. The elements are relevant. The storylines are on point. It's honest, it's genuine. Nothing seems forced. And I think the writing's on point. The showrunners, it's Marvin Lemus, and then who's the
Linda Chavez.
And Linda Chavez. What do they like to work with? Because they're also getting a lot of, you know, buzz around them.
They're great to work with. They allow us to play. They allow us to incorporate our own ideas, and it's about whatever's best for the show. So we're all working as a team to make it. There's no egos involved. Everyone, like I would say.
That's so important.
Yeah, well, if we're acting in the scene, I'd be like, yo, if you have a note for me, go ahead and toss it my way, and vice versa. So we're all about, we want each other to shine.
Cooperation instead of competition.
When the camera's on you, we want you to shine. Camera's on both of us, you know, we're both gonna shine. So it's very much a family atmosphere from cast and crew alike. We communicate with our crew very well. We know each other's names, and you know, just a very family.
How involved is America Ferreira? Because I know she's executive producer, right?
Well, she directed a couple episodes as well. She acted in it. She did a great job.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was incredible.
That's cool.
All right, now we want to get to some of the stuff we were talking about before, because when we were talking about online dating stuff, you were there listening to us, and you were chiming in from over there. I could hear you wanted to chime in. What's your opinion?
Because I back in the day, I tried Tinder like 4 different times. 4 times, and I got no love on that thing. I got none. I got no love, and I tried switching up my pictures. Like maybe I'm doing too much. It's too good. So let me.
He wasn't wearing a jean jacket. That's why.
See, that's what probably I did.
Were you wearing sunglasses on your pictures? Because that's a big no-no for me.
Did you do this? Was it one of these?
No,
or was
I did headshots. I did regular pictures. I did selfie pictures. I think I did a selfie
So it
picture.
didn't work for you?
None of it. I had no play.
You know, I never tried Tinder. The thing is that I was afraid I was going to run into people I know, so I did like the lesser ones that I'm just like, I'm not going to run into anyone I know there. But Tinder is here's the thing about Tinder. I don't think that the girls actually go on dates for that. The girls are just looking to go like this because they're bored and they're waiting for their friend to get out of the bathroom or something.
Really?
They're not
That's
going on
actually
anything.
very true.
You know what I'm saying?
What's that one, Bumble? What's that one, Bumble?
Yeah, well, Bumble was the one before, but then, like I said, like the newest one is called Hinge now.
Are you single right now?
So.
Yes, I'm very much.
Dude, but listen, man. Here's the thing.
I don't think you need to go on.
Forget about online dating. You're an actor. You're now starring in the next breakthrough, series. You don't need to, bro. Just go out the old-fashioned way. See who's single. Ask around, friend of a friend, and then go up and ask her if you want to. Can I buy you a drink? You got it. You on one of these online things, people are gonna be like, oh look, that's the actor from the thing.
But they have an app for like famous people, I believe. Or
I've heard of that.
Oh
too.
yeah, I heard of that app. What's the name of it?
I'm not shy. I have no problem talking to a girl at a club or
You're
a bar.
better in person, right, than a picture and a headshot and this, that, and the other?
That's the thing. I think it's very important that like personality shines through. And I think it's at times hard with online dating apps to really let that shine out. Because like, how
do you shine? How do you shine?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think girls have an easy time. Let's be honest. Bro, guys are like,
yeah, she's so shining. She's shining.
Yeah, but like that's what I was saying. Like with these kind of apps, is like you just look at the picture left and right. It's very superficial, so you can't really get to know, people's characters and what they're up to. Anything really. Like there's no organic interaction.
What was that we were talking about? That you do like some type of survey or something about yourself?
Yeah, well, that's the new one, Hinge. So where you actually write prompts about yourself and
just
stuff.
Just on your Instagram, don't you try to put out like your personality through that thing too? Or is it just strictly business?
No. Like I think of course your personality has to shine through social media. But I'd rather when I date people, I don't give them my Instagram.
Okay.
It's like, but they can find it.
I mean, yeah, if they look for it, but my last name's not there, so it's hard. So.
I'm pretty transparent. Like what you see is what you get. Same thing with my social media. It just gives you an idea of things I'm into. I'm into nature. I'm an adventurous.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Did you go on hikes and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Where are you from originally?
Born and raised LA.
Oh, but you got a little East Coast thing to you.
People tell me that they think I'm from either New York.
But now that you said LA, now
but your parents are Hispanic?
Huh?
Your parents are Hispanic?
Yeah.
So you're first generation or second generation?
Well, let's see. My dad was born in Mexico, but my mom was born here.
Okay. But she's like from Mexican descent?
Yes.
Okay, so do you speak Spanish?
I'm a pocho.
¿Pocho?
Yeah.
So,
no habla nada de español.
¿Pocho como Humberto?
No, mira, está hablando español.
Hay muchas palabras que yo no conozco.
Okay.
So,
you're like me.
Bueno, por eso, pero me refiero
you can talk to your grandparents
puedes mantener una conversación en español.
I can understand it pretty well.
Okay,
for the most part. But here's the thing. It's like, my upbringing was messed up. I spoke Spanish first.
Okay.
And then the kids in my neighborhood used to tease me because I spoke Spanish.
That happened to all of us.
That actually happened to me too.
Yeah?
Yeah, I learned Spanish first, believe it or not. My mom said I spoke perfect Spanish when I was like 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
To me, your Spanish does sound perfect, though.
So then I was shamed into speaking English, and then I started doing that, and now I tried to learn Spanish. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, college, everything, and now I just speak fucked up English.
But were these kids like Hispanic as well? Were these kids Hispanic as well, or were they?
Yeah, that was the thing.
Yeah, but they were all pochos. Where did you grow up?
East LA.
Yeah.
Boyle Heights.
Yeah, you go to East LA. Everyone taught, but they can't speak Spanish.
It's funny because now I feel that it's in now. So people that actually were brought up first, second generation, it's like shit. Like now I want to speak Spanish.
No, especially like the people that are a little older than us that grew up like in the 80s here. Oh, they're pochos to the max. They were really shamed.
Where are you from?
I'm from Miami. My parents are from
right,
Cuba. Oh yeah, but because you only have a minute left. The Oath. Tell us about The Oath.
Oh, The Oath is a show I did on Sony Crackle. We did 2 seasons, action drama, with Ryan Quanten, Corey Hardrick, Sean Bean was in the first season. It was amazing. It was basically about dirty cops, but behind their story, like my character's a family man that's doing it all to take care of his wife and his daughter. So it gives you, it's about cop gangs, which is was a real thing. May still be a real thing. Yeah. So but it delves into their life story and gives you some backstory on that.
He can play the good and the bad guy, and usually he plays. You're at your best when you're playing a good and bad guy.
I'm good at being bad, but I'm also good too.
He's like the bad guy, but that goes through like the academy and went to like the Navy SEALs, but he's also like has his foot in the underworld.
Exactly. You got it right
Let's write this around. Let's do that.
Boom.
Yeah,
that's my next movie. We'll do
Perfect. Look, we're already making movies right here for you. You gotta come back to the zoo every time you need a new idea.
I'm ready.
But thank you for representing Latinos so well. Like, that makes me proud, you know?
Suerte con todo, like Gentefied and everything.
No, we can't wait to watch Gentefied. We're gonna have a party, we're gonna watch it. There's gonna be season 2, 3, and 4. We're gonna let's make it like LeBron when he joined the Heat. Not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7. They ended up with 2 championships at the end of the day, but we'll get to Hey, JJ Soria and Radmila Lolly. Thank you for being here.